Okay, percent composition. You're going to need your ion chart, so make sure you go get that. If you're online, it's back in the resource pages at the very top of Canvas. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we are going to write a formula. Let's just do number 2 because number 1's super easy. So I'll work number 2 with you. Okay, so it says copper. Which copper? Copper 2. So where's copper 2? Right here. What does that mean? It means it has a +2 charge. So I'm going to write copper +2. All right, and then hydroxide. Okay, now remember hydroxide, even though it ends in IDE, we're going to find it up here in these polyatomic ions. And remember, they're in alphabetical order. There's hydroxide. It's OH with a charge of -1. So I'm going to put that in parentheses, -1. Okay, so we need to write a formula. So what are we going to do? We're going to swap the numbers, drop the sign. So what's my formula? 1 copper, that's Cu, by the way, it looks like Ca. Cu, OH2. So copper hydroxide. Alright, so now we need to get a percent. Okay, so what do we do first? We're going to count the number of copper. So how many copper ions are in my formula? 1. Or atoms, copper atoms. How many oxygen atoms? 2. How many hydrogen atoms? 2. All right, and then we're going to multiply that by what? Because I need molar mass, so what do I need? I need the atomic weight. Oh, I didn't say get a periodic table, but you're going to need a periodic table. Okay, so here's my periodic table. So copper has a atomic weight of 64, and there's 1 atom, so I multiply by 64. Okay, oxygen has an atomic weight of 16, and there's 2 atoms of oxygen times 16. That looks like a Z, so let's make that a 2. And hydrogen has an atomic weight of 1. All right, let's do our math. 1 times 64 is 64. 2 times 16 is 32. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so now we need to add this all together to get the molar mass. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I got 6 plus 3 is 98. So my total molar mass is 98. All right, how do you find your percent? Okay, like in any math class, percent is part divided by the whole times 100. Okay, part divided by the whole times 100. So what part of our formula is copper? Well, copper has a mass of 64, right? So 64 divided by 98, which is the whole, times 100. Okay, so let's do that. We've got 64 divided by 98. If you're on these calculators, Control Enter. And we're going to do times 100. Okay, so 65.3% of this formula contains copper. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for oxygen. So what part of this is oxygen? 32 is the part divided by the whole times 100. So again, you can see that. 32, why does it look crazy? 32 divided by 98, Control Enter, times 100. So 32.7% of this formula contains oxygen. All right, same thing for our hydrogen. 2 divided by 98 times 100. Okay, so 2 divided by 98, control enter, times 100. 2.04% of this formula contains hydrogen. Okay, so this should equal 100%. All right, let's test it out though, because we are rounding. So yours may not come out exactly. So we've got 204 plus 32.7 plus 65.3. Let's see, 100%. This one adds up to 100. So if yours does not add up to 100, something's wrong. Also, if your formulas are wrong, all of your math will be wrong. Okay, so what I would do is I would write the formulas, have me check them, and then you can go and do the math. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.